Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Planescape Torment! I got us back to where we were, past that little glitch, the game crashed. Turns out my laptop was trying to update at the same time as the fight happened, and it just locked my game. So, I redid everything, but with one slight difference. After we confronted Trius and I told him, go back to your homeland and don't worry about us, he was still aggravated by Mort and kept attacking my party anyway. So, I have stuff now. Because I kinda sorta accidentally kept killing him anyway. Oops. Yeah, I can't use it because I'm not lawful good. Oopsie. But we got what we need to get back to Sigil. So, here we go. Oh, that's right, we returned Curst back to, well, Curst. So the town is rebuilding itself to where it was supposed to be, back in the Outlands. And we return to the Hive. Well, a lot has just happened. And I'm dying to know what else I got from our good sir. Did I actually get a level 9 spell? Neat. But more importantly, we're back in Sigil, and we can now relax in knowing that there's nothing between us and the end of the game. Angyar, it's been so long, my friend. So questions? Do you mind if we rest here? Thanks. It's so good to be back.
Done.
And the planes aren't affecting our magic anymore either.
I'm gone.
So now that we are back, I wonder if my thing changed at all. Oh, I'm still neutral good. Interesting. Alright. So, it's probably also a good time to save so I don't have to go through that again. Deva. Done. Dealt with. Cool. It's late. We're so close. I will not lie, I've been playing this game long enough that I'm starting to... No, I don't want an upgrade on things. Stop. No. No. Laptop, stop up. There we go. Sheesh. Alright. Now, I think there was one individual that I wanted to speak with now that I'm back and with a full party. I believe he was down here. Travel. I can't exactly go to Curst or Curst Gone. You guys may remember someone by the name of Mourns for Trees. And now that I have a full party, I can finish his quest. Return something you wished of me? No, I wanted to ask Anna to help you. What? You can't be serious now? I am, Anna. I'd be grateful if you could just see to give them a fair thought or two, as a favor to me, for no other reason. Her smirk at last gives way to a smile. Ah, to bother with it. If you're so sudden caught up in it all, why not? To remind you guys, we were supposed to be believing that the trees will grow. And so far I got Dakon and Mort both into this. Sure, I'll care about your trees, Kata, but you owe me for my time you do. Grace, would you consider it? Certainly, I think it is an excellent idea. Nordum, do you think you could help? Define aid required. Nordum, desire for all trees in the hive ward of Sigil to become healthy and grow. The command is understood. I'm learning to speak Nordum, or Modron. Understood. The parameters are acceptable. What purpose will this said desire serve? The hive is a place of chaos and decay. It is a good chance presence of there is a good chance the presence of the invigorated trees will bring a sense of order to the place. Said desire will begin immediately. You know, Chief, I've seen some weird stuff, but it boggles my mind that that was even possible. Thank you, Nordham. I had some questions for Morns. Any change in the trees yet? Yes, friend, there has been. It's so slight you can barely see it, but look, fresh sap from the trunk, and a handful of new buds. It's only a matter of time now. Thank you again for giving me hope once more. My pleasure, I had some questions. Never mind, farewell. So, I am setting this up to... no, I actually wanted to go to the clerk's ward so I can sell a bunch of goodies. Because now I have a lot of crap to sell. And I can think of someone who will be no happier to see me with some of the oddities I picked up. And, quite possibly, someone who may have some bizarre spells I could pick up. Who knows? Alright, Vrishka. Yes, I am. Weapons and charms. Let's start there. Let's see what I can sell. Get rid of these. I don't really need Celestial Fire because no one in my party can use it. I need those either, for that matter. And Anna, what have you got that I can part ways with? Because we've already got the portal, we've got the key, and now we are going to be making our way back to Mortuary. Oh boy, I wish I could just highlight all. Oop. This is what you came for, right? Staring at menus? Just messing with you. Sell. Steel knife, green steel dagger, battle axe, rusty dagger, scroll identified. Done. Alright, now, see what's here that I can actually use. They only useful by lawful good characters. Darn. Oh, Divine Sensor, Teeth of the Fire Drake. I don't really need those. Eye, magnifying lens. Ashes of Pablum. Not usable by mages, usable only by the nameless. Well, I'm a mage and the nameless one, so I can't use this. Usable only by evil and neutral characters. The Foster. According to legend, the Foster was a sorcerer who built this empire upon the plain of Shale many centuries ago. 1,333 hearts. Each of them carried in it a different evil he had committed in his lifetime. It was the discovery of how to summon Somhain and bind them to his will. It said that the Foster was carried away by these beasts after he invoked them against some ancient foe, leaving only his hearts behind. The Planner Scholars, the Somhain, are fiendish horses. Yeah, we just encountered a bunch of them. Come to anyone who seeks revenge and bind themselves to them. Interesting. Born from a great treachery at the... Huh, so that explains why they were around the Deva. Holy crap, there's a lot of story here. Oh, here we go. It is said that gripping the heart of the Somhain and wishing harm upon another will cause them to appear. And will answer the user's call, then fade into mist when they came. Oh. Let's check your exotic wares. Because I thought you had a Gorgon salve, a monster jug. I could have sworn that, like, baby oil, Codex of the Inconceivable, Elixir of Horrible Separation. Codex of the Inconceivable. Codex of the Inconceivable. The only thing to say is just, well, I cannot explain it. Mere words simply won't suffice. A few thousand copper coins, believe me, it's well worth it. You know what the heck, I'll take it. Not like I have anything better. Back of the store. Yevra's ring. of almost invisibility. It makes its wearer invisible. Well, almost. Part with it for your 349 copper commons. Actually, let me see that again. Add a ragdoll. Whoa. Ragdoll. It is coming apart at the seam and it looks like its threads are unraveling. It's obviously intended to be a replica of the Lady of Pain, but the button eyes and plush softness don't strike fear into your heart. This was found in a well-trapped strong box sunk beneath the surface of Sigil. It was a small part of a hoard of treasure and forbidden magical text. Well, it's for you. It's only 99 copper coins. I remember that if I take that, the Lady of Pain will actually attack me. So let's not. Maybe it's the monster jug. It's a jug. It's got some sort of monster trapped in it. That's why your hair's prickling up like that. You know, I'll take it. I think that's like a bonus boss that I can fight. Gorgon cell, front of the store. Farewell. So,
All
I've
right.
rested. I've got a party going on here. Let's just do a quick little save and then see what happens. Open the jug! I've never done this before, so what the heck. Yeah, I'm mostly kind of filling this episode. But, this is a chance to try out some of this fun stuff. Well, let's see, this codex name is use. What you had first taken to be a rather unassuming book held closely by a tiny brass lock is in actuality bound in strange leathers and enchanted bronze. Label simply the Codex Evil. Open it and read. Oh. You unlock the book's bindings and open it. As you glance over the tome's contents, your jaw drops. You stand spellbound, flipping through its pages. Its contents are simply too much to be described. Mere words that seem powerless to explain what it holds. What? What was in it, Chief? I don't know what to say, Mort. What? You gotta be kidding me, right? Come on, let me see it. Show him the codex. Suddenly pop out of sockets, they scan the pages. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, but wow! And thoughtfully for a moment, looking at the codex before closing it and reverently putting the tome away. What just happened? Did I just gain experience reading a random tome? Alright, okay. And now, where's the jug? This is a heavy, plain-looking metallic jug with an unhinged stopper. It reveals nothing but inky blackness. See if anything comes out. It's nothing. Then a black, viscous liquid begins to bubble out of the jug's mouth, forming a slimy pool of streaming, tarry filth onto the ground. The jug begins to dissolve in your hands. The pool begins to writhe and throb and form a tall, hideous creature. Oh, what? Oh, it's just a Garreleth? Well, that was a waste of time. Cool. Well, that was some free. Oh, more leveled up. Cool. I guess that wasn't worthless. Awesome. Alright, let's stop wasting time. I think I've killed enough time here. So, now... Do I have any... I return Finham's research journal. Yeah, except I don't know where it is. So, let's just go to the hive.
Done.
And make our way back into the mortuary. The door has been sealed. Greetings. I had some questions. Nothing, never mind. Some questions. I'd like to enter the mortuary. I'm here to pay my respects to Dayanara, the woman in the Northwest Hall. We're awake. I'm hoping one of the dustmen inside might know where the mortuary is being held. Very well, follow me. Alright.
Done.
Cool. Heads who can direct me to visitors. go speak to the guide. Oh my god, I've gotten turned around in these halls. Thank you for assistance, I'll go speak to guide. Nuts to you. I actually do need to speak with Dayanara. Because now, I have answers.
My love, you have returned to me. Can it be that your memories have returned?
What is it you wish to know?
I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
Yeah, there's a place that I need to find her. But I, more importantly, I'm going to be leading you guys into the end of the game. Funny how it all comes back to where it started. And I do quite literally mean back to where it all started. Dungeons and Dragons be funny like that sometimes. There is something in the arch in front of you. Something hauntingly familiar. Oh, how many units, man? Yeah, I'll just go in for this. Something hauntingly familiar. A bone-numbing chill blankets the air between the two black pillars, as if the arch itself is bordered on some other, colder space. For some reason, you know this is the portal to the Fortress of Regrets. Now all you need to do is open it. Cut your teeth and dig your fingernails into your left forearm. Dry, tearing sound, you peel off a strip of skin. Ouch! Chill between the pillars becomes stronger, almost hungering, as if the portal is... Examine the skin. A scrap of skin has been peeled back from your left forearm. A scarred gray surface remind you of a zombie's hide. It feels more like a piece of cured leather than a strip of skin. Prick your left index finger and inscribe a regret on the blood. Prick the tip of your index finger. Before the wound can heal, you squeeze forth several drops of blood. As you prepare to scroll your regret, a series of images floats in your mind. I regret what happened to my companions. I regret my actions. I regret my past. I regret events that have led up to this point. I regret what happened to my companions. Say to yourself and word echoes your mind, I regret all my companions had to suffer for me to reach here. Slaving Daakon all those decades. Having taught Ignis the power to harm others. Think of another regret. Oh. Companions. All my companions had to suffer for me to reach here. Scrawl the regret onto the scrap of flesh, but your rapidly healing forces you to stop often and reopen the cut in your finger, squeeze forth more blood. Several moments later, you have finished, the blood glistening on the scrap of skin. A combination of your flesh, your blood, and your regret. Watch the blood drop. As you watch the bloody regret dry, a wave of cold washes over you. You look up. The black pillars to either side of the arch have started glowing softly. Motes of misty blue curtain light drifting from their sides to form a shimmering curtain between them. Beyond the curtain, you can barely make out a weathered stone causeway leading into darkness. Everybody ready? Query received. Response: Nordum is readied and waited. Awaiting to profess further directives. Actually, it's process. Never mind. All from Grace. I've come this far. It would be rude of me to retire before the final hour. Even if you would ask politely, I would not permit it. Seems I have no choice then. Anna? I... Clears a fall from Grace, then turns to you with fire and ice. If she goes, I'll go. So I will. I'll not turn stag on you here, I won't. Very well. Daakon, you with me? Your path is mine. Mort, you ready? Takes a glance at the portal and glances at you, glances at the portal again, then gives a rattling sigh. Look, I'm not going to say too much here, but well, there's something I need to tell you. What is it, Mort? Well, it's about where we're going, or actually, where we've been. Where we've been? What are you talking about? It's so subtle you almost miss it. His blade flickers, the edge dulling as you glance at him. His hands drop to his sides as if he is preparing for battle. This isn't the first time we've been to the been through this. You see, we've been to this Fortress of Regrets before, though I didn't know it then. Didn't know? How is that possible? So from the very start, you could have told me where the portal was, what the portal key is, and why I am immortal, and what happened to my mortality, and the fact that it's in this fortress. Mort, I'll kill you. Mort, I expect an explanation. No more lies or deception. Not now. How's that possible? It's hard to explain until you've been there. Besides, you didn't know the you. He wasn't exact. You didn't know the you. He wasn't exactly the kind of basher to share the chant with us. I mean, I knew he was looking for some place, but I didn't know why, where it was, or what it was. So I couldn't say anything to you because I didn't know anything. I just know what happened when we got there. What happened? Well, we went into this fortress, and even before we land foot in the place, we're all split up, fighting for our lives. So the first thing I want to tell you is if you're determined to go through with this, there's a good chance that anybody who goes through that portal is going to end up somewhere far away from everybody else. Thing is, even if we split up, we may be our only hope. Why do you say that? Because whatever was waiting in that fortress for you, Chief, it already defeated you once. To this day, I don't know how you managed to survive, but if you fall again, you're going to need someone there to pull you out of the fortress. Or I need you to tell me everything you can about the fortress. It's important. This Fortress of Regrets, it stretches on for leagues, Chief. It's a fortress, but it feels more like a plane in itself. All stone, all darkness and shadows, everywhere shadows. We go there, we better be prepared. What happened when we first went there? Chief, I don't know what happened to you, but I know what happened to me. I spent my time running from vault to vault, with shadows crawling all over me, trying to bring me down. Then suddenly we were out, like someone had pulled us back. Hold on a moment. When you say us, it doesn't sound like it meant just you and me. More falls silent. Know that I have walked your path many times. Dakon speaks slowly, as if measuring each word. His blade has formed a misty gray, as if Dakon's mind has drifted. A portion of your path is known to me. 5 walked the path to the fortress, but each died their own death. Who are they? How did they die? I died the death of faith. The skull died the death of courage. The woman died the death of grief. Well, he means Dayanara. The blind archer died the final and most merciful death, the death of the body. You died the death of memory. Oh, I never met the blind archer. But who are these people? The skull was me, it says quietly. The woman was some chit named Dayanara. I never knew the archer. He was one who knew his targets without seeing them. Many shadows fell beneath his rain of arrows. Yeah. Chief, at this fortress there's shadows everywhere. There was darkness there, and every shadow was Shraklator. Reckon's voice was a whisper, and his dead black eyes seemed to be staring at something just beyond you. There are tormented creatures. The wounds in your spirit are known to them. They will attack you through them. He spoke to me like the Pillar of Skulls. They knew. All right, look, you two. I need to know all you can tell me about this fortress. The shadows suffer. They know of torment. They know how to torture you with that which has wounded your heart. When you face them, know that you face that which has killed you once. Dakon, Mort, you and I survived. What happened to the archer and Dayanara? The archer died the death of the body. The woman died the death of the spirit. You could not save the woman because it was not your will that she be saved. Her grave was dry of tears. No one knew to mourn her passing. Why did I not want her saved? Your will was only known to you. Was known only to you. All right, look, you two. I need to know all you can tell me about this fortress. I can't tell you any more, Chief. Except we're bound to be divided as soon as we arrive. It's a huge place, and it's crawling with shadows. And somewhere in that fortress is something more powerful than any of us. Nothing lives there. The walls are darkness. Alright, before I step through this portal, is there anything else you feel like sharing that you think might help me? Well, yeah, there's one other thing you should know. The you I knew before. The you that led us there. It wasn't like you. At all. What do you mean? All I'm saying is that despite your asinine behavior, you got more spirit than he ever did. The other you, he was detached from everything. So I just want you to keep that in mind. That's not all you want to say, is it? No. There's one other thing. I may not have liked that other you very much. He was one smart basher. The smartest basher I've ever known. He's always had every angle covered. If he died at the fortress, that means, well, you don't think I can succeed, do you? No, it's not that, Chief. Because it's not always who's the smartest or who's the most powerful or who's the toughest. Sometimes it comes down to who you are and what you really want. I mean, once you wanted to become immortal, but in the end, is that really what you wanted? Just be sure of what you want this time. That's all I'm saying. Fair enough. Look, Mort, we haven't really talked about this, but you know you don't have to come with me to this place, right? I understand if you don't want to. Yeah, I know, Chief, and I can't lie to you. I don't want to go, but I will. Just know that once we step through that portal, it isn't going to be just about you anymore. This is our lives you're playing with, and we don't get back up when we die. Why are you? It's because of what Ravel said in the maze. Softy almost missed it, isn't it, Mort? What Ravel said in the maze, she said you draw people who suffer to you, like a lodestone. Maybe it's because you've been suffering all this time. Maybe when you end up settling things, maybe we'll know a bit of peace too. Maybe. Maybe so. And are you with me, Mort? Why not, Chief? I mean, we've gone to every other horrible plane in the multiverse I can think of. Why not take that extra step over the cliff? Are you ready? Because if you're not, again, what you know is beyond the portal. I'm ready, Mort. There's nothing. Are you with me? Well, sure. Let's go. I mean, any place else gotta be better than rattling a bone box in the mortuary, right?
Norton has improved.
Cool, leveled up. Oh boy.
Portal detected.
And I'm going to pause the episode here, and we can enter the Fortress of Regrets in the next episode. Because there's something very special waiting for us beyond that door.